Hey guys, it's Bricks2Bricks and I'm bringing you a review on my StuG 3, and this is the F8 variant. And you can tell that I have already made one of these. It's in my minifigures and vehicles part 3, I think it is. And you'll definitely notice some changes to it. First of all, I redid that part on the cannon. I redid some of that there. I took away the little thing that holds it up, and because they usually don't have that on in combat, it's only for when it's stationary or in transport mode. I added this little machine gun turret. I moved that over here because it actually goes over there. I raised that up a little bit because there'd be a guy sitting there, and I can actually rearrange it so the guy can sit there and shoot that. And I also redid the back because it's not flat back there. It actually has a little more of a raised slope for the engine and for more room for the crew. And so I added some stickers from the Indiana Jones sets, and it's standing right next to standing right next to it is my custom brick arms, my custom soldier with brick arms stall helm and Crown 98K prototype in black, and then this brick arms printed torso, which I got a brick on. So let's start reviewing it. First of all, the thing that I really like about it is that, let's move that guy over, is that my original version, the treads moved over there, and I don't have that many treads, so usually I can't have all of my tanks that I've ever made actually have treads to go with them. So I moved that back a little bit so that I can have enough treads for this and my other tank, which is a Stewart, and I will be reviewing that later. And basically, the thing that I like about this tank so much is that it wasn't really that hard to build, because pretty much I just took my Panzer IV, which you saw, which was in the Shambois series, and I just took the chassis from it. I know that the chassis, which is how the treads and the bases, like pretty much the chassis is the base of it. I know that it comes from the Panzer II or Panzer III, not the Panzer IV, but I just pretty much all I did is I rearranged that right there, and I moved it forward. I kind of moved it back a little bit, and I don't really know if I could have done any other modifying, and I just kind of added some sloping in the back, and maybe just some minor changes. They're not really all that big, or it didn't drastically change the outlook of it, but I really like that. That's what made it easy to build. And it just kind of sat there, and you remember how it had a flat back, and I just kind of kept it the same way it was. But then I kind of started looking at other pictures of the real StuG, or StuG, or StuG if you want to say the full version, and then I noticed that it had a raised and slanted back, and that many variants had this little machine gun turret with a shield, or flak protector, or whatever it's called, and that's supposed to be a machining gear 43 or 34, or MG 34. I need to get one from Brick Arms eventually, if they ever do come out with them, so that I can replace it. And I made it rotatable, and my version that I made, my prototype version of this, it was way different. It actually had an open area where a guy could sit and hold the machine gun, but the front looked way different. It could not rotate whatsoever. It was like down right here, and it was interfering with the gun, so that gun could not move up and down like it so awesomely can. And the guy looked big in the tank. It did not look right. So I just made it like this, and then it's actually quite easy. Just take this German guy, snap his hand right there, and he still is able to fire it. And I don't know if I'm actually going to have him shooting the gun. That's kind of how it looks like from an up-top view. I don't know if I'll actually have anyone shooting that gun on top in my next movie, which, in case you don't know, it's going to be Sanlo. I'm going back to Call of Duty 3 again, so put that guy back there. Doesn't really have any other features. If you want to see how the treads go, I just do a quite simple pattern. Many people choose to put suspension on their tanks, but I don't. I really don't think it helps in a brick film all that much, because everything is flat. I never really have them go over anything. And the thing that I really like about this is it can also be the OS-A variant. All I gotta do is that, the short-barreled OS-A. And then I've added this little viewport right there. other things that I added would probably just be that I got rid of the blue studs, or little things that stick out, and there's still some tan in there because I'm working on it. Obviously, I'm not perfect. I'm not going to get everything perfect every time, but I eventually will get that replaced, or I'll just probably leave it as is. So let's get this back to how it originally was. Pop that right in there. So there we have it. Stromengestalt 3 OS F8, or it can be the Stromengestalt 3 OS A.